Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth advisor here. Thank you for joining us. It's Friday, Lifestyle Focus Friday. And thank you for joining us. This is when the lights go out. Are you ready? Today, we're going to be talking about protecting your business with a buy sell agreement and why that's important. Are you protected? Are you planned? Have you done the right planning for the unexpected? We're going to be talking to business owners today. In this episode, we're going to share why it's crucial for you to plan and put in place certain parameters in your business to help to protect you in circumstances for unexpected death, a disability, or maybe even a departure from your firm or your business. And we're going to be discussing how buy-sell agreements can provide a safety net for your business. So, hey, I tell you now, you're going to want to stick around and understand why this particular strategy, it fits the lifestyle for the business owner. And I'm going to share with you in detail how it can help in your practice right here on Lifestyle Focus Wealth. And I want you to come on back. Join us on the inside. We got some great information for you on this one. Stick around. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth coach. And we're going to be talking about buy-sell agreements today. Buy-sell agreements today. And how these legally binding agreements can be important for your business. So that's right. This episode is for the business owners out there. All my business owner friends, get your pens, get your pads, and get ready. There's some information here that I want to share with you that maybe, just maybe, you never even thought about. You might not even have known that is a thing. And I'm going to share with you some information that only 30% of business owners have thought about and protected themselves from. And we want to make sure that you're included in that. And it's our hope that we can expand the knowledge of the small business owners. We know in recent times there's more business owners, small business owners than ever before. So we also got to help them get information that they're going to need so that they can protect their business over the long haul, as well as give them information that we could share out there to the universe, because we want everybody's dreams to come true. And we want your legacies to keep building. And that is important. That's important. That's the reason why you became an entrepreneur in the first place. And, being an entrepreneur for over 25, 26 years, 28 years. I'm sorry, I'm checking this out. But after paying attention, I realized how important my company is to me, to my family, to my friends, and the clients that we represent. It's so important. And at the end of the day, that person that's running the business, whether it's an individual person or you're running it with teammates, partners, investors, it's important that the vision comes from that one person. It comes from that one individual. But if that one individual decides not to share that vision with the world, there may be a lot of people without that service, without that understanding, without that need being met, if it wasn't for that person with the vision. And a lot of times that company that they create is an extension of the vision. Am I making sense? So if you are a vision builder and you've created an extension to your business, Doesn't it make sense that your vision continue to provide solutions for the world, whether you live too long, die too early, or become disabled in between? I think it makes sense to have the conversation. And, I said, well, why not? Let's have this conversation. And we're going to encourage you right here on When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? We're talking about lights out moments, and we're talking about how you overcome them. But we're also paying attention to why it's important so it doesn't catch you off guard. And, many people are not ready. Let me be quite frank with you. Many of us are not ready, y'all. We gotta start getting ready. But before I jump into that, I want to make sure I encourage you to do a few things. Do us a favor. Take a moment and hit the like button below. Smash the thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with a friend. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. I want to say hello to everybody that's hanging out with us, coming back over. I see people already lining up in our comments. Good day, good day, good day, good Friday, good Friday. I see those folks out there in Milwaukee out there early. They're on here early today. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Yes, we're talking about buy-sell agreements. We're talking about buy-sell agreements. And, before we get started today, I have to be honest with you. I want to take a moment to dedicate this particular episode to a good friend of mine that recently unexpectedly passed away. He's the head basketball coach of South Florida. His name is Amir Abdul-Rahim. Passed away yesterday, 43 years old. Unexpected. Great person. I want to give my condolences to him and his family, his wife, his kids, his brother. We all kind of grew up together in the same area. Sharif Abdul-Rahim. And in this time, I just want to bring to you, to the podcast, real live, why this is so important. Why this information is so important. Many times we get on here and our personas get to take over. And it becomes a show, Some people just think it's just a show. But in real life, these things happen. These things really do happen. And sometimes it catches us off guard. We're unexpected. We're not thinking about, that's not going to happen to me. That's not going to happen to me. It's not time yet. I got more time. But every once in a while, time runs out. So we're here to talk about preparing. Again, my shots out to the family, my blessings to the family. But for the greater good, I want to use that man's story who touched so many people's lives, so many kids' lives, giving them opportunities to see their dreams in college and play basketball all over the country, in the NBA, and so forth. When your legacy is talked about, what are they going to say about you? How much did you give back to the world? And that vision, that winning vision, while you are here and breathing, did you install that into other people's hearts and mind, that they can win, that they can live, that they can aspire to be whatever it is that they want to be? And that's something that I know Coach Amir did with the minds of these young people coming out of school. I know today everybody's hurting, but it gives me great joy to talk about him in such a way, because Watching him grow up, I was a fan of his as a person, as an all-around good person. He was a young man that made a great judgment. So I know his family's going to be fine. But if you're watching this podcast, the real question is, how about you? Have you done the planning? Are you prepared for when the lights go out? Because it's not an if, it is a when. And I can tell you can tell by the look on my face that I'm comforted by knowing that that was a person that lived his life to the fullest. And I know that he prepared for these types of moments. He prepared his family. He prepared the kids that he trained. He ran his business in an operation in such a way that you'll never forget it. So today we're going to talk about giving shots out to those visionaries that put and plant seeds in our minds to empower ourselves with just the motivating thought that you can do it. You can do it. Okay? And, I appreciate you guys giving me a moment just to recognize him and the family. And we're going to be talking about joining Lifestyle Focused Wealth. You want to join us. Why? It's only, check this out, $16 a month when you pay your annual subscription. And you're going to be a part of a community of people already taking advantage of what millionaires and billionaires are doing. And you're going to be able to have conversations back and forth with people like myself and others. So why don't you join us? We want you here. We want you to join us. It's a simple ask. Some people are always scared about what it's going to cost. Well, it's costing you more being on the outside. Don't be on the outside. Be included. Be a part of the solution. Be a part of the solution, because you might be able to help someone out before they have to experience a lights out moment. Okay? So thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming in. And that's what we want to just welcome you once again for coming back and join us. But let's talk about what this thing is all about. What is Lifestyle Focused Wealth all about? Well, let me explain. The buy-sell agreement fits the lifestyle of the business owner because it's a critical component for business owners who are aiming to maintain their lifestyle and focus on their wealth. It's a strategy. These agreements are set out, they lay out the terms of how you transfer your business in case of a disability or an untimely passing of someone, right? And sometimes we haven't thought about that. We haven't effectively thought about, you may get the tables up. You may get the forks and the plates. You may have, the insurance on the building. You may have all these different things done, but maybe, just maybe, you never thought about how you're going to transfer this business in an effective way. And these agreements, in the event that something like this happens, it allows a very smooth transfer of business in the event, such as retirement, such as disability, such as divorce, such as death. So we want to make sure that you're prepared for it. And there are strategies out there that you might not have known even existed. Using our very sacred financial tool and secret financial tool that millionaires and billionaires have been using for a very long time. It's just a different strategy. Today, we're going to be talking about it. Today, we're going to be talking about that strategy. Is that all right with you? Hey, leave me something in the comments. Go ahead, start smashing that button. Because I tell you now, this is, if all you had to do to get the kind of information we're going to provide you today is to share it with someone, smash a like button, tell them, make a comment or two. The price of admission to this conversation, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And I'm going to do the best I can to bring it home to you so that you can understand it, explain it to your family, friends, and associates. I want it to be a discussion topic, okay? Is that all right with you? Is that all right with you? For our business owners out there, if you have a well-crafted buy-sell agreement, and it's just what it is, buy-sell. What is that? Buy-sell. Meaning, hey, well, if we're going to have an agreement that ensures that there is a clear plan in place for orderly transfer of ownership of our business, which can help protect the business and each owner's personal financial interest in the business. This stability is key to maintaining and securing a financial lifestyle, as it minimizes disruption and uncertainties that could impact your business's value and the owner's wealth. So that's why this thing is so important. It's just a little bit important. So I'm going to do my best to set the scene for you today. In essence, the buy-sell agreement helps business owners safeguard their financial futures and their family's future by ensuring that their hard work and investments continue to provide for the desired lifestyle, even in the event of an unforeseen circumstance. Hopefully I'm making sense to you. If I'm making sense to you, please give me a thumbs up, say hello. We want this to be interactive. And if you got a comment that you want to make, please put in there takeaways. We want to know what you're taking away from the program today. So the more that we know that you're paying attention, the better, and the more we can give you, the more information we are willing to provide. Okay? So let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. I think it's fantastic when we start to think about securing your business and ensuring the smooth transition. I think it aligns perfectly with what wealth-focused lifestyle is all about. I really do. I think it's perfect for keeping a plan that's very clear and strong. That means there's some continuity in the business, and it brings peace of mind to you and your loved ones. I'm going to be explaining how that happened. And why I decided to put it on Lifestyle Focus Wealth. Because, we've been talking about insurance. We've been talking about real estate. We've been talking about, last week, we talked about disability income. And today we're talking to the business owners about the buy-sell agreement. Why is it important? I think it's important to have this conversation because whether you're seasoned as a professional or not, and I know we got some young advisors out there that are having this conversation of, well, maybe this is not for me. Well, let me tell you something. You can go out there today and meet business owners, and like I said, the startling information that I'm giving you here, this statistic that I'm giving you here, and it's a startling fact. It's a fact that only about 30% of small businesses have a buy-sell agreement in place. So if we're talking about opportunity zone, here's an opportunity zone for you. Okay. Here's an opportunity to go out and make your presence known in your community. Okay. I think it's a great opportunity. I really do. I think it's a great opportunity. And what better way to get to meet other entrepreneurs, talk to them about businesses, because, hey, we got the same concerns. If you're a financial professional, we got the same concerns. We own businesses too. So why not get out, hobnob, shake your hand with somebody else that's in business and share with them a couple of things that could probably help secure their business for their families. Hey, today's information sponsored by L.R. Johnson and Associates. And those agents out there, they can help you out. They can help you out. So do me a favor, check their website out, LR Johnson or LRJ-associates.com. And feel free to give them a call anytime, 770-321-1337. And they can help you out. They got answers for you. But when I was out there talking to some friends of ours, and it was like 30% is a huge opportunity zone. This means that the significant majority of businesses are potentially vulnerable to disruption and the uncertainties in the event of an owner's departure due to retirement, due to disability, or an untimely passing. Does this surprise you? Does this surprise you? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Does this surprise you? It surprises me. I'm telling you, it surprises me. And thank you guys for tuning in and for the condolences. I thank you guys for giving us a thumbs up. Yes, we're seeing all you guys respond this morning. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Does this surprise you, though? Does this surprise you? And if it does, feel free to hit me up in the private chat. If you want to hit me up in the private chat, you can do so. And you can tell me why. If you're a business owner and you're watching this episode, does it surprise you? Is this something that's interesting to you? Well, let me share with you a little story. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what that looks like here. But first, before I do that, let me make sure you understand what the definition of a buy-sell agreement really is. The buy-sell agreement is an agreement that is a legally binding contract between business owners that simply outlines what will happen to each owner's share of the business if one were to leave the business due to retirement, disability, or an early passing, or any other reason. It simply ensures the smooth transition of ownership, and it helps to protect the business's stability and both owners It protects their personal financial interest. In short, it's a key tool to securing the future of your business and your wealth. I'm going to pass on a couple of examples. If you and I were to go into business together, and let's just say you are married with kids, and I'm married with kids, and we are 50-50 partners in a very successful business. And let's say that business now values, it started from scratch, and now it values, upward 7 figures. You bring an expertise and I bring an expertise that collectively it's the right recipe for the solutions of the overall vision for the public. And one day, we have one of these 4 events: retirement, disability, an early passing, or some other reason. Let's just say you're not prepared. Can you see the lineup here in the destruction of the business, of the family? Suppose both families need the support of this one business, because this business is bringing home the revenue for 2 families with wives and kids. But it doesn't operate the same without the other person. That gel is broken without the other person. Well, I got to protect my side of the family, and you got to protect yours. But I'm going to assume that if I didn't protect the business and you didn't protect the business, without the 2 of us, something's going to lack. Something's going to fall off, right? Something's going to fall off. So if that were the case, what should we do? It's very simple. We need to start planning. Because we don't want our family not to be prepared. I need you to think about this for a second. You own 50%, and I own 50%. So if I were not to come to work tomorrow for one of those reasons, and if I were to pass away, I'm probably leaving my percentage to my kid or my spouse or what have you. But let's just say you left it to your spouse, and your spouse has never been in that business before. All of a sudden, you and I have been business partners for 20 years. Now you have to do business with my spouse that's never been in the business, or my child that doesn't know anything about business, because you have the inability to buy out my share. What I'm saying to you folks here is, hey, a buy-sell agreement is a simple agreement between partners that says this: in the event of retirement, disability, an early passing, or for some other reason, we have written binding contracts that allow us to transfer that ownership to the other business owner seamlessly. We don't have to go get attorneys. We don't have to go get anything else. In the case of life insurance, there's insurance on you and there's insurance on me. Let's just say I had $500,000 on me and $500,000 on you. Upon my passing, $500,000 would go to the business to pay out to my child or to my spouse. Effectively, what's just happened is the insurance just paid off my share, my equal share of the business. So in exchange for the $500,000 that the family receives, my other business partner receives the business outright. And it ensures the name brand continues. It ensures a smooth transition. It protects my family from going without. It protects your family from going without. I'm telling you, it's a key tool to securing your financial future. If you understand where I'm coming from, please put that in the comments. Are you guys following what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Let's see what we got down in the takeaways today. Without proper planning for both families, the business will dissolve. Hey, thank you, Leela, for that comment. Thank you very much. You're exactly right. It can dissolve. And this is what we're trying to avoid. This is what we want to avoid, right? Because giving an example, the business, once again, that business is sharing the vision with the community. And that community needs the solutions that business provides. So it's not just hurting your families, it's also hurting the community. Because without that vision being available, those solutions go away too. Thank you. It's making perfect sense. I know. I every once in a while, your boy makes sense, right? You make sense. So I'm going to share with you a couple of examples of some business owners and what does it look like? When we come back after the break, I want to share with that. I want to share with you what it looks like, and so that you can have a better understanding why you do a buy-sell agreement. And that, in real life, certain things do happen when we're not expecting it to. And when that lights out moment comes up, it's important for you, your business, and your family to be ready. Hey, join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Membership starting at $16 a month when you pay the annual subscription. So register online today at www.lifestylefocusedwealth.com. Hey, so let's talk about a couple of business owners, fictitious. We're going to call them fictitious because I don't want to name anybody's business out there, and the next thing you know, they're calling me and saying, "Hey, you put our business in the street," right? But you need to know. You do need to know that it happens, and this happens often. As we've already shared with you, that 70% of the population, if you own a business, probably is not prepared. They're probably not prepared for this in any way, shape, or form, right? They're probably not prepared for it at all. So I'm going to share with you this scenario, and hey, I tell you what, why don't we get some let's get some theme music behind this one here. How about that? Yeah, I like that. My man Joey Somerville gives us a little backdrop. We want to talk about two business partners, Karen and Mike. They were the co-owners of a successful cafe. Karen and Mike started this Brews and Bites company about 5 years ago. And it's grown to the community hotspot, right? However, They knew from the very beginning how important it was to plan for the future and protect their business. So they drafted a buy-sell agreement. And one of the things is they had enough wisdom that they drafted this agreement early on, as soon as the business started, right? One of the key provisions in their agreement, it stipulated that if one of them decides to retire, that the other partner has the first option to buy their share of the business. And this ensures that, the business stays in trusted hands. We want the business to stay in trusted hands. Remember, your business is the holder of the vision that provides the community with a solution. So those trusted hands are so important, especially as you're building your brand. So additionally, their buy-sell agreement included life insurance policies on each other. And should one of them pass away unexpectedly, the insurance payout will provide the necessary funds for the survivor or the surviving partner to buy out the deceased partner's share from their family, cutting down the argument about who's running what, and someone who's inexperienced running the business completely cuts that out. The documents have already made the statement clear that the business is being sold to the business partner and first rights of refusal. Well, a year later, Karen decides to retire. So she wants to travel the world, and thanks to their buy-sell agreement, Mike was able to seamlessly buy Karen's share of the business for a predetermined price, ensuring she received a fair value for her business, and he maintained control of the cafe without any legal or financial wrangling. I think that was the smartest plan. I think that's a fantastic plan. More than that, I think it's proactive. This type of proactive planning allowed Karen to enjoy her retirement while giving Mike the peace of mind that the company would continue to thrive under his sole ownership. See, both families preserved their investment and kept this cafe open for the public to continue to enjoy. And the cafe's operations continuously moved smoothly, demonstrating how essential this buy-sell agreement was. We call this business continuity. When you can provide protection for that business continuity and the individual's personal wealth security at the same time, you have an exit plan. It gives you time to do some things like business succession planning. And business succession planning is a strategy that most business owners have not had the conversation about. You're so focused on running the business, getting it up, getting revenue, that maybe you haven't had the time to think about who takes it over if I'm not able to run it. Was that helpful? Was that a helpful example? I'm looking for your comments. I see it. Thank you. I see what you're saying. Sam, thank you. It makes sense to you. I'm glad. Ms. Henderson, you're so right. That's what we're here for, right? That's what we're here for, is to make sure that we're educated on these topics. So the next time you're talking to your financial professional and you're saying, "Oh, I don't need life insurance." Well, what do you don't need it for? You don't need it for what? We got a guarantee in life that we do have an end date. It's just a matter now of what are we using it for? How can we use it? There are so many ways that you can protect your business and be creative. It's just too many ways, folks. I want to share with you another story. This one is about Rachel and John. John and Rachel, they're the co-owners of a law firm. Let's just call it legal advisors, okay? And they've been partners for over a decade. And they as you know, as lawyers, they recognize the importance of having planning for the unexpected. They understand that in many cases, but you will be surprised how many lawyers even don't have the buy-sell agreement in place. But in this case, Rachel and John, what they did is they created a buy-sell agreement very early in their partnership. So their agreement included a clause, and it had various scenarios in it, such as if one partner wanted to retire or were to become permanently disabled or passes away. They also decided to fund the buy-sell agreement with both life insurance and with a disability income policy. This ensures that in the event of John's disability, for instance, that the policy would provide Rachel with funds needed to buy out John's share and maintain the firm's stability. But what happened a few years later, John decided to take a step back from the intense work that they were doing as attorneys. And due to his disability, he had to take a step back. And their buy-sell agreement comes into play seamlessly, I might add, with Rachel buying out John's share and using the insurance payout to pay out John. So John receives a fair market value for his stake in the business, and it provided him with financial support during this transition, while Rachel continues to lead the firm without any stress, without any financial or legal complications whatsoever. I mean, this four-sided plan keeps their firm running so smooth and safeguards them both from financial interests being disrupted. It's very clear why this example of how buy-sell agreements are not only practical, but essential for you as a professional. I think it's important for those of you who want to have a business out there. I think this should be a mandatory conversation. And if it's not a mandatory conversation for you, you just need to have this conversation brought up. I think we owe it to our community to make sure, especially if you're in the community and you really enjoy their service. If that company has done something well for you, it doesn't take much. You might even ask them, hey, do you guys have a buy-sell agreement in place? You might be surprised. Do you know someone? Matter of fact, I do. Give them our number. I'll be more than happy to talk to them. I want to have your recommendation. I want you to say that you were listening to our program and it triggered you to start asking businesses that you respect, that you provide revenue for. You want to make sure those businesses are taken care of too, so they can continue to take care of you and your communities. Is that being helpful to you? Is that being helpful to you? I really, you guys, I really, really, really appreciate what's going on in the comments today. I'm really enjoying what's going on in the comments today. I think our goal here has been set. I think the goal here has been set. I think all we have to do is remember that anything of value, when we create a value, we've talked about leveraging valuable assets. And those assets are cars, lines of credit, equity in our homes, credit score, cash value and life insurance, margin accounts and brokerage accounts. And now we're talking about revenue and businesses. And now we're also talking about intellectual property between business owners that need to be protected. All these things are important. All these things are important. We need to make sure that you explore all the components of a buy-sell agreement when it comes to doing a valuation of your business, so that these triggering events and these funding mechanisms can help you benefit by having them in place prior to a lights out moment. So I really appreciate the opportunity today to share with you just a couple of ideas and strategies that I think that are significant to me. You know, I think it's been significant to some of our our clients, some of our coaching clients, some of our there's many of our people out there that, you know, until they sat down with someone that had the conversation about business succession planning, and with the topic of buy-sell agreements and disability and long-term care comes up, or the idea that maybe if I weren't able to do my job effectively, that I might need to step away and have you buy me out. If you can have that conversation while everybody's well and happy, we don't have to have that conversation and feel like we're being taken advantage of on down the road, right? Because when you're not prepared, if one person seems to be in a difficult space, that's how you feel. You feel like you've been taken advantage of. And we wouldn't dare want that to happen. We got a question out there, Ms. Henderson. What do you say? Very helpful. Is a buy-sell agreement necessary when there's only one owner? If so, please explain. Well, typically it's for when you have two business owners, okay? Because you've identified who's going to take over. It's a transfer. The agreement is written between two business partners of who I'm going to transfer the business to, and how are they going to pay off my interest in the business. If it's just me solely, I could decide to leave it to my child. And of course, my child's never run the business, so what happens? Usually it's sold at a discount because there's no family members to run that business. Or secondly, it could just dissolve completely. I mean, that's a sad state. And it happens often. It happens often because somebody has decided not to pay a premium. They've allowed their hopes and their dreams and this big vision to shut down that was generating millions of dollars in revenue for maybe their family and their family's family, which could be a sad state of affairs, you know? Hey, that was a good question. Do we have any more questions out there? While we're on, we got a few more minutes here before we wrap up. Hey, Leela, I see you. All right, let's see. We're preventing outsiders from gaining control of part of the business and provide a way to determine the value of each owner's interest. Sure, you have people come in and they'll evaluate that. And you really don't want an outsider. You want someone who cares about it, who has some attachment to the business, who cares about it, wouldn't run it down, who will protect the brand, who understands, the culture of the brand. And for lack of better reason, they're going to enhance it and elevate your brand, not disparage it, not run it down. So you absolutely want that. Hey, Sam, I thank you, buddy. Thank you, man. That's what we do. We want to make sure we're empowering everybody to make good decisions, informed decisions, because this stuff is no joke. Our world is changing. Information is everlasting, and we got our fingers on the trigger. We can save ourselves. All we have to do is start focusing on becoming our own best client. Start thinking about our own personal best interest. Instead of waiting on the government to kind of do that for us, you want to talk about the things that affect your lifestyle. You want to be focused on your lifestyle. Hey, listen, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And I don't feel like I'm alone. I really feel like there's other people out here with the same concerns as I have. And we don't want you to feel left out. We don't want you to feel left out at all. We don't want you to miss out on a chance to take control of your financial future. So if you would, hey, leave us a comment. Take an opportunity to take us up on our one-on-one consultations and see if we can provide a financial solution for you that can set you free. That's what we're here for. And maybe we can use your story on our next upcoming episode and share with people how we helped you. It's always free to ask. It's always free to ask. So I think at the end of the day, you should have coaching. You should have mentorship. You should have these things in place. And you can find me very easily. Go to RoncoJohnson.com and schedule time to meet with us. You get a one-on-one time to meet with me and schedule some time. You might find that time wouldn't be wasted. And I'm going to remind you guys, don't forget, before you leave, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Once again, if you like this content and more content like it, help us out. The algorithm needs to show that you are interested in what we're talking about. And if you find value in what we're dealing with and what we're talking about every Friday at 1 o'clock, we need your help. We want you to be a part of why we're around and we're able to provide these solutions, this content, and this education to many more people, because like you, they need it. They need it. And we want to be here to be able to provide that mindset shift and that financial strategy that can help them build the way they want to be. Right? Hey, well, listen, thank you again for joining us. This has been Lifestyle Focused Wealth. It is Friday. It is Lifestyle Focused Friday. So don't forget to do me one favor. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to smile. Get some sunshine. Place your feet on the ground. Connect with the world and the universe. And realize how special you are. And this time is a gift. So spend it with the people you love and spread love. And I look forward to seeing you every Friday, 1 o'clock, right here. This is your guy, Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth coach. This has been When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? Again, I look forward to seeing you at the top. We'll catch you next week. And until then, y'all be safe, and I'll see you next time. So long.